In this video, I will demonstrate how to use TESS to enter student information for the BC 1701 data collection requirements and show how to transfer data from TESS to the BC Ministry of Education. We begin by going to Specials, BC, BC Setup, and then School Setup. Make sure the report date is set to the last school day in September. This is the cutoff date for data collection. Any students registered before this date will be included in the data transfer. Then look up the ministry code for your school. Click Look Up School to find your school code. Find your school district, and then find your school in the list. If you don't find your school in the list, check with the ministry to confirm your school code. Then fill in your school name and contact information and other details for the school. If you don't find your school name in the list, you can download a file containing all the most recent ministry codes from our TESS Updates website. Go to www.hearts.systems/TESS-updates. Scroll down to the 1701 Ministry Codes section and download the 1701 definitions file. After you have downloaded the file, run the file to extract it. And then extract the file into your TESS folder. Then in TESS, go to Specials, BC, BC Setup, and Import Codes. Click Select File. Go to your TESS folder and select the BC 1701 definitions text file from the list. After you have imported the file, go to Specials, BC, BC Setup, 1701 Ministry Codes, and you can see all the ministry code categories in this list. Specials, BC, BC Setup, and then 1701 Ministry Codes. These are all of the ministry category codes, and SMIC is where the school names are. You can then select one of the school districts from the list. Offshore schools are in School District 103. You can then add or edit school names in the list if necessary. In order to complete the BC 1701 data collection, you must enter data for each student. Go to Specials, BC, Data Entry, by Student. Bring up a student by putting in their student number or their name, and then you will see buttons for BC 1701, 1704, and tracks. Under the Identification tab, you will see the student name, legal name, and other details that have already been entered. In this screen, you can enter the school funding code and primary language spoken at home. The school funding code is for private schools or offshore out-of-province schools or native students. For native students, you can enter the band code and check the box for native Indian ancestry. Under the Special Ed category, you can enter in any other special ed information for the student. Under the Enrollment tab, enter the program codes that a student is involved in and enter the Career Enrollment code if applicable. Up to 8 enrolled program codes can be entered. You must enter the data for each student in your school. A more efficient method of data entry is to assign data globally. Go to Specials, BC, Data Entry, and Global. Under the BC 1701 tab, you can then select any of the fields that you want to assign to a large group of students. In this example, we will assign the Core French code 08 to all students. Go down to the enrolled program codes. We choose Core French from the list, and then click OK. Then we select the students we want to assign the code to. In this example, we will make selections by and then choose grade 8. Make selections by, choose grade, and choose grade 8. Click OK, and then OK to proceed. The program has now assigned the code to all of the selected students. We can use this process to assign any data that applies to large groups of students. We can also enter 1701 data by list. Go to Specials, BC, Data Entry, enter 1701 data by list. Then we select the list of students we want to work with. In this example, we will make selections by, choose grade, grade 8, click OK, and OK to proceed. The program will list all the selected students, and we can edit or add any new information. All data is saved automatically. It is useful to print 1701 reports to confirm and verify data has been entered completely. Go to Specials, BC, Reports, and choose Form 1701 to print individual reports for any selected students. Or we can choose 1701 List for a list of students. We select the students, in this case make selections by, choose the grade, choose my grade 8s, and click OK, and then OK to proceed. Then we can select the columns of data we want on the report. So I'm going to choose pen number, grade, birth date, home language, and then click OK. And then we can print or preview the report. To send 1701 data to the ministry, go to Specials, BC, Data Transfer, and under 1701, you can choose the options. In a previous video, I demonstrated how to create pen request files and to get pen numbers from the ministry and then read pen number files back in to TESS. To send the completed 1701 data to the ministry, click Send 1701 Data to Ministry. Save the 1701 file to your desktop or any folder where you can find it later. Note that the name of the file is your school number and ends with STD. Click Save. Select all currently enrolled students as of today and click OK. The program will use the report date of the last day in September as the cutoff date. The program will then create a file with all of the students. Now you can go to the ministry's website and upload the 1701 data file. Once uploaded, you will normally get a notification that the file has been accepted. You can run reports on the ministry's website to verify that the data is correct and has been accepted. If you need to enter any new data or make corrections, you can go back to TESS, make all the necessary corrections or additions, and then repeat the process of going to Specials, BC, and Data Transfer to create a new 1701 data file and upload the new file to the ministry.